Hi, this is Laveena and welcome back to my channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And if you have not watched my previous videos, please take some time and do watch and let me know what you think about those. So today's topic is about 5 dumb purchases that I've done in my life. Like, why I call them dumb? Because they are not the things that I have used for long. They are just those impulsive shopping kind of thing, like, just because, might be because I saw it in somebody's house, or just because I felt the need at that moment and I ended up buying, or maybe I did not take efforts to wait for the other one to be repaired, or just because it looked trendy at some point of time, or maybe the ads were so attractive, so I would have bought it, so they are not something that have helped me in any ways. They have just been clutter in my house, plus they are waste of money. So that is the reason I decided. I was just going through decluttering of the house, my space, and that's when I realized there were a lot of things that I have not used, rather just purchase, and those are not something like less price or those cheaper ones. They're all the expensive ones, either they're branded or big money things, so I decided I'll make a content on this one, so that what I will also tell why you should avoid and how you can avoid it. It's difficult, but we can give it a try, so I am learning it now very late, but maybe whoever's seeing this now maybe will understand and try to follow the way it could be, and it could save some money for them, space for them, and that stuff, so stay tuned for this video, and at the end, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and let me know what you think about it. So the first item I made in my list is electrical gadgets. Believe me, in this house right now, half of the house you'll find my clothes and remaining are the electrical stuff. It could be anything, right from laptops to the phones to the cameras to the video recorders, you name it and you have it. And I will tell you, we are 2 people in the house, but you will find products each, like maybe phone, if I'm talking about, you will find minimum 7 phones in this house. If laptops, minimum 6. Cameras, I think you will find 3 of them at least, because recently one we picked up was Sony, we have Nikon, and then we have one Canon. Apart from that, we have some video recorders also, which we got, which we have never used. So basically, electronic gadgets are first of all, they're expensive and they're total waste of money and space, unless you have limited. Like, for example, if we did have 3 laptops, made sense, because 3, why I said, because he goes to office, so he's got his office laptop, I've got my office laptop. One personal laptop should be good enough. But in our case, what happened, he wanted a laptop for personal use, so he got one for himself. I wanted one for myself, I got one for myself. For some reason, he suddenly decided one day, he said that everybody has Mac and we need to have Mac. So we bought a Mac laptop also. But right now, we are not using any of those. We're just using one laptop, that's mine. Plus, we have our office laptop. So 60% of the job is done on the office laptops without any problems. And it doesn't have any issues also, because we have IT support to takes care of it. Except for that, we can't save personal things and can't do a lot of personal things. So that's the reason we have this laptop. But ultimately, it's total waste of money that we have spent on so many laptops actually. So now, whenever you want to buy any electrical gadget, you think about it like, do you really need it? Especially when it comes to expensive stuff like laptops, whether it's phones or something. Phones, again, the trend is such that at the moment that, people think of upgrading themselves every time. But when you're upgrading, try to upgrade with the space wise, so like instead of buying 68 GB, which is difficult right now, try to buy a 256 GB, so which can go for a longer time, so you don't spend up easily, because for example, iPhone, every year they try to upgrade with new models or some little changes on that stuff and all that, so you don't need to buy the immediate one, because first of all, the immediate ones are expensive, so you can wait for some time and then buy later maybe, or whatever, so try to think, do you really need it? Do you really want to spend so much of money on that? Unless you really feel that there is no option and you're really into it and you're saving money for it, then it's okay, go for it. But try to avoid this hoarding of gadgets, because total waste. The next dumb purchases list I have is of the cult memberships. Now, cult memberships, when I say, whether it's membership of the gym, whether there's programs that I go for, like your artistic yoga, Zumba classes, swimming classes, you name it, and I have experimented everything. I will not say that don't do it. Please do it, because this is all useful. But the point is, continue. Don't be like me, because for me, I'm putting it on my waste list because first of all, you don't have to try everything. You find out one which you can really focus on and continue for longer, and then you try to attempt. In my case, it's not like that. In my case now, recent, I ended up joining EMS training. I just went for few classes and I left it. I did not go. Okay, I did get my neck pain and little back pain, and that I used it as an excuse. But that's not the excuse, right? I should be going back and trying to utilize it, because it's expensive. It's not something that I paid very cheap. I paid something around 3,000 dirhams, which is a big money, Yeah, that's one thing. But before that, during the COVID time, I wanted to join gym. Suddenly I decided I'll go to the gym because at home I cannot do it. I cannot go walking because it's very hot outside. I went to the gym there and I started gymming for 2 days. But then I realized I don't know how to use the machines, and I don't know really what machine I should use, because considering I wanted to focus on my tummy line to lose my tummy weight and that stuff. So I hired a personal trainer. But the personal trainer was very tough because there's this one fly which is disturbing me. I have no clue for what reason. I don't know. Yeah. So the personal trainer was like, I couldn't continue it for long. So I think I barely went for 2 or 3 weeks, and then again I left. And I had paid it for 3 months with the instructor, so you can imagine how much I had paid for it also, And the membership for the gym was for 1 year because they had some offer going on, and the instructor for 3 months. So basically, you know what? My tip for you is attempt swimming classes, your yoga classes, your body gym, or whatever you want to try, you try. But take it for 1 month. See, 1 month if you can go, then you extend it for the next month. It doesn't matter, even if little dirhams or rupees extra you're paying for that, just monthly when you do it. It's but it doesn't matter. Rather than paying for 1 year and wasting those 7 months, at least 7 months pricing or whatever, might as well pay for 1 month, and then at least if you'll not regret so much. So this cult memberships that you do, it's total waste of money. Third one is online courses. So when I started my social media journey, I had no clue about how to go about it. How can I start it? What should I do? What are the things that I should learn? So every time I saw some influencer, social media manager or something on Instagram, especially, or YouTube, they would just guide me to their website or their products, digital products that they're selling. So I thought, because the way they talk is so beautiful, and it is exactly they're talking about your pain point. Pain point is basically your weakness is what they're picking up and they're talking. And according to me, since they are doing it better and they know things better and they are understanding and relating to me, so I ended up buying things. But what happened? Hardly, I would say, if I were to generalize, if I bought 10 courses, I think hardly 1 or 2 courses would have helped me to learn some things. Well, the other things were the same things. For example, if an Instagram course, it will have the basics of how to start an Instagram, how to post, how to do a reel, how to record a reel. I mean, these things I know about it, right? Since I've been doing it, so I know about it, and I've been researching also. So these fancy courses, they are a total waste of money unless you know the person is so reliable and you know that you've been seeing that person's performance or the reviews or something, if that person really relates to you, then I'm sure it's worth it. For me, it has happened in one case. When I started, I took a course from Hustle Post Academy. That's one of the beautiful course, I would say, if somebody's starting, so that was only one course which really helped me. Apart from that, not much. I see, honestly, I don't even recall the courses, but I know that I've paid a lot of courses and all are waste. And all these courses have limited validity, like they are like hardly for 3 months. After 3 months again you have to extend, and I've done all that also. So the point here is, you do not go for fancy stuffs. You do not have to you can, if you're starting something, you just go on YouTube, go follow on social media also, because there are a lot of free information which will help you to start at least. But as and when you go through, really you find somebody, you'll find a relatable person in that industry, and then you can follow them, and then you can decide whether you want to buy courses or not. Initially, just do not spend money on buying these courses, because it will not help you. You have to work on yourself. You have to start creating things for yourself. Only then you can understand whether it's going to help you or not. Because just by people telling you, because their point of view is different from what you want to do. Because I could never understand others, because when I bought the course, it was all attractive, and I really understood that. I always felt that it could help me, but in reality it did not help me, because their way of thinking is so different from mine. It's like, if I don't understand myself, I can't expect anybody to understand. So please do not invest on any online courses unless you're very sure, very clear. For that matter, please go to Udemy. You can find unlimited free courses which you can start learning with. Only then, when you feel that you need to upgrade yourself, then you can go for paid courses. So while making this video, I thought the content is going to be short, so I can make it in one time itself. But then I realized it's exceeding the time, so basically I want each video to be around 6-7 minutes or something. Max to max is 10 minutes, but this is exceeding. So what I decided, I will cut it into 2 parts, so that first part and the second part. So half the questions will be on the first part, and half my dumb purchases list will be on the second part. So stay tuned for the second part.